burn barrels.
I know, right? That's how I roll too. As long as I got a burn barrel, I'm good.
Yeah, we're good.
I know. I should have done one at home plate.
Yeah.
Should have brought my solo stove too.
We can light the podium.
The only thing I'm missing is the gloves, and I'm keeping my mask.
It's brand new.
Keeping my face warm.
You know what? My kids, I have thousands of these because of my kids.
Oh yeah, the warmers.
Yeah. When I bring you guys up, I was going to introduce the three of us as a group.
We'll all go up together.
Okay.
You bet.
We don't all have.
We're a team.
I figured you guys work in tandem.
We are.
Three-legged
And I'll tell you what, you've seen it. You saw what it was before.
No, it's great.
It's wonderful.
Go Larry.
Thank you.
Manny mowing
Go
grass.
Larry.
I'm going to do the state folks, and then I'm going to do you guys, and then I'm going to do the city.
We have two curls. So. I don't know if you ever saw the Bob's.
Hello there.
Something like Germany looks at Three Stooges and asks, curly. I don't get curly. What's with curly? I mean, you Google that on YouTube. It's a whole thing that goes on. It's just hilarious.
He dropped most of his lines. He just
Yeah.
Welcome to Baseball Town and America's Classic Ballpark, FirstEnergy Stadium. Thank you all for being here today as we celebrate the funding for exciting improvements to our beloved FirstEnergy Stadium. I'm Scott Hunsaker, General Manager of the Reading Fightin Phils. Before we begin today, we should acknowledge that today, December 7th, is the 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. America's Classic Ballpark was built in 1950 as a memorial to the veterans of our community. As such, please join me in a moment of silence in memory of those that lost their life 80 years ago today at Pearl Harbor. A moment of silence, please. Thank you. And we thank the veterans and all those in the active military for your service to our country. On Friday, Governor Tom Wolf announced the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's investment of $7.5 million in the improvement project here at FirstEnergy Stadium. That funding, combined with an investment of $3 million each from the Phils, the City of Reading, and the County of Berks, will allow for the planned $16.5 million stadium improvement project to move forward. Craig Stein purchased the Phils in 1986 and has worked tirelessly since then in partnership with our local and state elected officials to transform this stadium into America's Classic Ballpark. Unfortunately, Craig was unable to be here today. He would have been here back in September when we were originally planning to do this, but we had a little bit of a delay, but that's okay. We're happy to do it today, but we are unfortunately without Craig today, so he apologizes for his absence. But on behalf of Craig Stein and the entire Phils family, we would first and foremost like to thank Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf. Without Governor Wolf's leadership and commitment to this project, through the Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program, we would not be here today. So on behalf of Craig Stein and the Phils, thank you to Governor Tom Wolf. There are a lot of thank yous to be said today, starting with a big thank you to our first speaker. Thank you, Senator Judy Schwank. Batting leadoff for us today, please welcome State Senator Judy Schwank. Judy, you can move this up and down or hold it or whatever.
Lower that thing. Thank you.
How's that?
You bet. Well, Scott, you got me started, so I'm going to use some of those corny baseball references too. I don't want to hear any groans, okay? Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Scott. Take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd. Never sounded as good as it does today, right? And it's a fantastic day, although a little cold, to talk about baseball here in Reading and Berks County. We all know what brought us to this point today, and I won't rehash the specifics, but suffice to say that Major League Baseball threw us a curveball, which, if we didn't respond to quickly, threatened to move our hometown baseball team somewhere else. Not an option, right? Not an option. I love coming to this ballpark just as 500,000 other people do as well every year. The Reading Fightin Phils franchise, as Scott mentioned, has been here since 1967. This team is a part of who we are. We're proud of it. It's part of our identity, a source of, again, community pride, and a major economic driver. The fact that our partnership has continued uninterrupted for more than a half a century is a testament to that rock-solid connection. That's why we can call ourselves Baseball Town here, and nobody else can do that. This matters here. This organization has brought America's pastime into our lives in a lot of ways, but it goes far beyond what you see here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Think about youth baseball leagues in the city at Gordon Hudak Stadium, the Dream League, and generating over $20 million a year in regional economic activity, just to mention a few things. When Scott Hunsaker and club owner Craig Stein came to me and my colleagues here last January and explained the challenges we faced meeting the requirements of the new MLB team license, which included these major improvements that we'll talk about later, our team swung into action. And I know we made many, many calls to caucus leadership, strategy sessions, repeated outreach to the governor and his staff. I remember Representative Rossi and I were at a clinic, a vaccination clinic, and we accosted the governor about this. Yeah, I don't think he wanted to talk baseball at the time, but we were. So we all knew it was going to be tough to be able to make this happen and to come up with a package of $16.5 million in a relatively short period of time. And don't forget, we still have games to play, so the seasons had to go on as well. But faced with this prospect, we worked together as a team, state, county, and city officials across political and geographic boundaries. The county and the city really stepped up to the plate, as did the Fighting Phils, showing that we're serious about keeping our hometown team. Key members of our state delegation, Representatives Rossi and GUZMAN, Senator Argel, Representative Joswiak, and others pushed hard in Harrisburg. Our work helps support that $7.5 million in the RACP Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program funding that'll support the needs. Scott said it, but I think it deserves repeating again and again. Many thanks to Governor Tom Wolf and his administration for seeing that, we had this passion for the team and believing in our vision and investing the resources we needed in our town to help keep the Fighting Phils here for us for decades to come. Some of you may even have noticed that we got national recognition for this. It was in sportsillustrated.com. There was a headline, an article about what we were able to put here together. Community comes together to help fund Reading Phillies stadium changes. Sorry, Trenton, New Jersey, you're going to have to look someplace else for a team. We're staying here. We're staying here. And a shout out, of course, to Scott Hunsiger and his outstanding team, and Craig Stein and others, who worked the inner parts of state government so carefully to make this happen. Scott is an expert on baseball, but now he gets the political stuff too. He really knows what to do. So finally, thank you to everybody. Thank you to all of you, and particularly the citizens in Berks County who let us know, and beyond, who let us know how important this is for us to make this happen. This is only the beginning of what we think will be a very exciting project, and more good things to come, most certainly. And again, no groan. Let's play some ball. Thank you. I think I used every one there is. You bet.
Once again, thank you, Senator Judy Schwenk. Our next thank you is the State Representative Mark Rossi. Thank you, Mark. Please welcome State Representative Mark Rossi.
Guess that means I'm batting second. Left that out. I just want to first say that how proud I am about this delegation working collectively together. It's just like sports, in team sports like baseball. You got to work together to move towards that goal, to win. And we were just really successful here in doing what we do to bring home these funds. And I mean, just take a look around this stadium. I mean, this is absolutely majestic. And think about all those families that will continue to come here and bring their children, and those children will bring their children. I mean, what we were trying to do here, preserve the traditions and legacies that have been going on in this stadium for 70 years. And when you compare this ballpark to any other minor league ballpark in the country, it's not even close. FirstEnergy Stadium is the premier minor league ballpark in this country. And the Fighting Phils is one of the best baseball organizations in this country. And that's why fans, year after year, will come back to this stadium. And I'm just really proud to be a part of it. I can still remember I was standing here where I caught my first foul ball right over there. And then I realized that I could be out in the parking lot and get more and watch cars get dented up. Had my first cheeseburger hot dog here. Right? Where else do you see? Yeah, right. I mean, just the craziness that goes on during the game with all the races and the shooting stuff into the crowds. I mean, there's just something very special about this ballpark, and I'm just excited that we're going to make sure that we keep this organization right where it belongs, right here in the city of Reading. And I apologize, I have to leave right away. I'm going to catch a flight to where the weather's going to be about 75, 80 degrees, so I'm going to be heading out of here. But congratulations to the Reading Phillies. I'm just so, yeah. Congratulations, Scott.
Thank you, Representative Rozzi. Have a great flight, safe flight. Our next thank you is the State Representative Manny Guzman. Please welcome State Representative Manny Guzman. Thank you, Manny.
Good morning, Reading. Good morning. It's cold out here today, but let me tell you, one thing I can tell you for sure is that I'm so filled up with excitement and energy that I'm brushing away the coldness, and I'm so excited for the next year of baseball to come back here to the Fighting Phils. Like Representative Rozzi mentioned, you know, I have some very fond memories of this place. You know, I remember coming to the Reading Phillies games. One of the first times I came to the stadium was as a student of the Reading School District. And they gave out free tickets, and I was sitting in those stands up there. And that was one of the first times that I had ever attended a baseball game. And it happened as I was a student within the Reading School District. I was here in 2009 when Pedro Martinez was here, and we gave out bobbleheads for Pedro Martinez. I was here in 2013 when Alex Rodriguez was here, and he was here on a rehab stint. I was here to see Ryan Howard play and Scott Rowland and so many other Philly greats who have come to play ball right here in Reading. And some of these folks are Hall of Famers, some of the best who have ever played the game, and some of them played right here in the city of Reading. And that's a testament to what we are here. We are baseball town. People want to come to Reading to play baseball here. That's why our mission was so important. That's why when Scott called my office in January as a recently elected state representative, just trying to figure out where the bathroom was in the Capitol, right? When he called me and he said, Representative Guzman, we have a problem. We may lose our Phils. And instantly I thought back to those moments when I was a kid sitting in these stands, watching the home baseball team, or staying afterwards to watch the awesome fireworks display that you can see from miles away across the city. And I thought about what losing that would mean, not only to me, but to the city of Reading and to the fabric that makes our city and our county so great. And so I knew that we had to go to work. And working with our partners at all levels, working with our senators, both Senator Argall and Judy Schwenk and Representative Joswiak and our county commissioners, let's not forget all the work that they did, and our city council and our mayor's office. This is one of the few times, and you can say this, government may not always work the way we want it to work. It may not always run as an efficient oiled machine. But in those rare instances where it does work, you have instances like this where we're able to come together and fully fund a project, again, with dollars that are very competitive. I mean, there are thousands of other projects across the Commonwealth who are just as have as much need as the Reading Phillies. But the governor's office, after pleading with him, multiple phone calls from all of us, emails, knocking on his door, making sure that they understood that we weren't going away. And as the fourth largest city in this Commonwealth, we will not go away. And this is a message to everyone in the city of Reading. Today, we fully funded the Reading Phillies, but I promise you this, we're not done. We're going to continue to go after every dollar, every resource that's available at the state, local, and federal level to make sure that the people of the city of Reading and the people of the Commonwealth and the people of Berks County, have every resource that we're rightfully entitled to. So, with that being said, I'm excited to have baseball come back. I'm excited to see Screwball out here. I'm excited to see all our mascots out here and the kids running back around. And more importantly, I'm excited to play ball again. Thank you so much, y'all. Let's get to work.
Hey, thank you very much, Representative Manny GUZMAN. Our next thank you is the State Senator David Argall. Please welcome State Senator David Argall.
I think you all get it. This isn't just a baseball stadium, as important as that is. This is an incredible economic driver for Reading, for Berks County, and beyond. And Representative GUZMAN, I think, hinted at it. Let me reemphasize. It was a difficult task bringing all of these people together. The mayor, the county commissioners, the House Republicans came up to the plate, led by Representative Joswiak, obviously the House Democrats, Representative Rossi, Representative GUZMAN, my Democratic colleague, whose district, you know, my district, her district, we work together on so many things. Judy, thank you for all of your assistance here in Berks County. She obviously took the lead in the Senate on this one, but I was able to get to the plate for the Senate Republicans as well. And as the governor, Representative GUZMAN hinted at it, we don't always work so well together. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Christmas miracle. So congratulations to all who made this day a reality.
All right, that was excellent. Christmas miracle, I like that. At this time, I also want to wish a special thank you to State Representative Barry Joswiak. Barry's right here. Barry, give us a wave right here in the front row. He's here with us today. And Representative Joswiak, we thank you for your support for this project from the first time we talked through and including today and beyond. So thank you very much as well. We again thank all of our friends at the state level for your support of the project and the efforts in securing $7.5 million commitment from Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf. Obtaining the support from the state level would not have been possible without the support for the project first at the local level. In addition to the $3 million commitment from the RFLs, our friends at the County of Berks and the City of Reading each stepped forward with their $3 million commitments to the project. We want to thank the County of Berks and Commissioners Christian Leinbach, Kevin Barnhart, and Michael Rivera. Please welcome Berks County Commissioner Christian Leinbach, Berks County Commissioner Kevin Barnhart, and Berks County Commissioner Michael Rivera.
Thank you very much. We stand here and we're referencing what would have happened if this didn't go through. You don't really need to imagine that, because last year there was no cry of play ball, there was no screwball, there was no crazy hot dog vendor. Baseball didn't happen last year here at Reading FirstEnergy Stadium. And because of that, earlier this year, the county commissioners met with Scott and the Reading Phils, along with the Convention Center Authority, to discuss American Rescue Plan dollars based on lost revenue. To date, the only two entities that the county has approved American Rescue Plan dollars for are the Convention Center Authority and the Reading Phillies, both at $3 million, both because they were closed. We're here together today, and it's been mentioned, but we succeed when we work together. When we work together as commissioners, when we work together as elected officials, and when we work together as a community. Make no mistake about it. Many community leaders were influential in this as well. We as county commissioners are thrilled to be part of this, and I want to recognize our Vice Chair, Commissioner Kevin Barnhart.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Leinbach. I had 10 toes when I got here. I don't know if I still have them, but good morning, and to each and every one of you who had any part to play in this, congratulations. It's a great day for baseball town. 55 years ago, as a 7-year-old, I walked out here for the first time. My 3 oldest brothers walked to the stadium. I think it was about 25 cents to get in. Joe Buza owned it, and you could count on 2 hands how many people came to the games. It's amazing what has been transformed here in the last 20, 30 years by Craig Stein and his organization. It's just phenomenal, and there's no way this could have gone away. This is such a landmark in Reading and Berks County, and to the point when Scott Hunsinger called us a few months back, and we met in his office individually, and he said, we have to pull together this money, we have to make this happen, because they can move this team anywhere. 5, 6 different places are more than willing to accept it. I said, how much are you asking for? He said, $3 million from the county, $3 million from the city, $3 million from Craig Stein. I said, well, what does that leave you with? $7.5 million. Asking the state. I think to this point, or this state and time, this is probably the largest single allocation of RCAP money I've ever heard from. Because my comment to Scott was, what are you going to do if you come up short? I guess you're going to come back around and ask for 4 or 5 or 6, but you didn't have to do that. But actually, the most significant piece for me, Governor Wolf was at the YMCA back in July for a presentation. I was able to get about 30 seconds with him, and I said, what about the RCAP for the Reading Municipal Stadium and the Fightin Phils? He goes, well, of course, they're the Phillies. That's all I needed to hear from him. I knew we had I knew he had our back. It just took a matter of time till it was officially awarded last week. But kudos to everyone who pulled this together. It was like our #1 priority. Right from the beginning, we were in lockstep with everyone else to make this happen. So it's so important to our community and to the people that are served here each and every day, especially to the youth as they're coming through to see some real phenomenal baseball for a pretty inexpensive price. So thank you to everyone.
Wow, what an exciting opportunity. Probably a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, just like ARP dollars are, to be able to stand here and celebrate what we have accomplished together. I don't know much about baseball, but one thing I do know is that no one person by themselves can win a game. You can have the greatest pitcher in the world, and if he doesn't have his team backing him, they won't win a game. You can have the best catcher, the best first base player, the best outfielder, but if you don't have a team working together, those out on the field, those in the dug pit, those working behind the scenes, everyone has to come together so that a team can be effective and win the game. And that is what has happened, and that is why we are here today celebrating, because we all came together and worked as a team to make sure that this was accomplished. And the thing about this isn't just about baseball. Yes, we're glad that the Fightin Phils are going to stay here, that people can come and watch games, but it's not just about the baseball. It's about the economic development, the economic growth that it will continue to bring to our area. It's about continuing to bring families and people together at the games, at the different events that are celebrated here. And it's about pride in our community, that we are able to continue to grow and keep an icon here in our area. So thank you to everyone. Scott, congratulations. Thank you to the great work that you did to make sure that this could all come together. Thank you.
Thanks again to Christian Leinbach, Kevin Barnhart, and Michael Rivera from the County of Berks. Our final thank you is to our great partners at the City of Reading. We are so proud to call the City of Reading our home. Thank you to the City of Reading, and thank you to Reading Mayor Eddie Moran. Please welcome Reading Mayor Eddie Moran.
Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day it is, right? It may not be baseball weather, but it's a beautiful day because I'll take this weather to hit a home run any day. And I think that's what we're doing here today. Today we collectively thank Governor Wolf and all those who made funding from the Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program, also known as RACP, a reality to keep our beloved Fightin Phils in Reading for at least a minimum of another 50 years. It is a testament not only to the governor himself, but to our entire state delegation for contributing to the decision along with the city's involvement to get the ball rolling in the right direction. As many of you know, the city was approached by the Fighting Phils back in January. There we learned that the Major League Baseball was requiring significant upgrades for minor league baseball team, including the Fightings. At that meeting, I remember very vividly, we were told of a stark reality that if the community didn't come together and raise the necessary $15 million to make necessary renovations, the Fightings had another option, Trenton. The team needed improvement to FirstEnergy that included a dining area for players, a state-of-the-art exercise room, and changing stations for men and women. A welcome reality that women are joining coaching staffs and serving as umpires as well. We knew we had to act and that this needed to be a team effort, as it has been mentioned repeatedly here today. The city couldn't do it alone. The county couldn't do it alone. The state couldn't do it alone. And the team obviously couldn't do it alone either. In July, City Council approved a resolution forwarded by our administration that set aside $3 million from the American Rescue Plan Act funds pending a successful application to the state. I'd like to thank City Council members joining me today, Councilwoman Reed and Strat Mamaruth also here today. I also like to thank the strong and loud voices in Harrisburg, such as State Judy Schrank, thank you. State Representative Argall, State Rep Manny Guzman, and State Rep Mark Rossi for their lobbying efforts in Harrisburg. Lastly, this project would not have been possible without the push over the finish line by Steve Crawford from Waryak and Associates, a top-notch government relations firm with experience in state funding. We grooved them a fastball, and they crushed it over the field, to say the least. So allow me to show you my excitement at this funding represents a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth while our team was down by 3 runs. Families will continue to enjoy a world-class baseball environment that brings people together. As many of you know, I am passionate about baseball. What Latino or Puerto Rican doesn't? However, I am more passionate about bringing back people together. I always talk about synergy and collaboration. And again, today is a testament of that. Providing a wholesome environment and watching everyone getting along together, that is a plus. So thank you once again for the opportunity given to me today, as I am thrilled that the phrase "play ball" will be heard at FirstEnergy Stadium for years to come. Thank you, congratulations, and God bless you all. Congratulations. Thank you.
We very much want to also thank Reading City Council for their strong support. In a moment, I'm going to have Councilor Donna Reed come up and say a few words on behalf of Reading City Council. But I'd first like to personally thank each of the members of Reading City Council, some of which are here with us today. Each member of City Council took the time to meet with us and understand this project before lending their support to the project. And I thank each of them for that. We want to thank Council President Jeffrey Waltman, Councilor Marcia Goodman-Hinnerschitz, Councilor Melissa Ventura, Councilor Stratton P. Marmaru, who's right over here, Councilor Yohani Cepeda Freites, and Councilor Lucine Sahelnik. Thank you all very much for your support. And we also, of course, want to thank our good friend. We like to refer to this area as the Stadium District. So we want to say thank you to Councilor Donna Reed. She represents the Stadium District on Reading City Council, and she's batting cleanup for us today. Please welcome Reading City Council District 5 Councilor Donna Reed.
I also want to recognize our city money lady, our auditor, Maria Rodriguez, who is a huge part of our government, and we rely on her tremendously. Well, as your longtime Reading City Councilor for Reading's Great Northwest, I'd like to welcome you to Cathedral Heights. Underneath this ball field are remnants of roadways that would have constituted Cathedral Heights. 75 more years ago, this was planned to have been a housing development. Think of Riverdale, think of College Heights. This was going to be Cathedral Heights. There's a Sycamore Avenue under here. There's an Oriental Road under here. And we have Cathedral Street. So if any of you ever wondered why that's called Cathedral Street, because this was to be Cathedral Heights, and my understanding is that there would have been a Shriners or a Masonic cathedral up around the area where From Electric is. So it's not Cathedral Heights, because 7+ decades ago, the government and the people decided they needed a different kind of community, and Reading Municipal Memorial Stadium came about. You know, you think, what is community? This stadium is as much a part of the community, as the other sections of District 5, as Riverdale, Riverside, Bear Park, 6th and Amity. This is a community. It's a community that has welcomed people for 7+ generations, when this ball field, under its same footprint, had a very different look to it. As a kid, I remember, and like Mark, I'm a Muhlenberg person. My dad and my uncles would pile all of us Reed cousins into the pickup trucks, and we'd head from Tuckerton and Stouts Ferry to come in to watch the Indians play. This was always a destination, an important part of our community. It remains that. It is the jewel of Reading's Great Northwest. So we've heard everyone talk about how everyone has come together. And from a monetary standpoint, the entities of government, the ball club, everyone's come together to preserve the status of the Phils being here for another decade plus, and to create an even better stadium. And this stadium is beautiful and is understandable why in the Americas it's recognized as the best minor league stadium. I stand here as a proud lefty. Has nothing to do with my politics. We Reeds, my dad's and my uncle's generation, played ball for groups like Fairfield Dairy. My dad's unrealized dream was to have been a pro baseball player, but the war came into play. So I like to stand here and think that with all the unrealized dreams, there's many more that are realized. That every time a young person comes out here to throw that first pitch, that down the road may be a video we see when they make an all-star team. We thank the Phils for all they do for the community, for the baseball town charities. It's just wonderful. So we don't have Cathedral Heights, but we have the best minor league ballpark in the whole country and the best minor league team in the whole country that calls Reading home and is here to stay. So I'm proud of our boys of summer. I'm proud of all of you, and thank you, all of you, state, county, city, mayor, fellow council members. We can do this, and we can continue to put Reading on the map and show the stellar quality of our people, our team, and this beautiful, beautiful ballpark. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna Reed, and thank you to Reading City Council. That was our last speaker. I just want to thank a few more people, and then we'll show you some renderings of this building that we've been talking about. I'd like to acknowledge and thank some others that are here with us today. I want to thank the members of the Reading Stadium Commission. They're seated right over here in our front row. We have Chairman Jim Schlegel, Stadium Commission members Rick Mounts, Michael Shorn, Gary Yeager Jr., Rick D'Annunzio, also City Council Liaison Stratton P. Marmaru, and Department of Works Liaison Cindy Kastner is here as well. Thank you all for the work you do for the Reading Stadium Commission and for your strong support of this project. And we thank all of our elected officials for supporting this project as we celebrate the funding portion. Before we wrap up, we do want to provide you with a brief explanation about the project and share with you 2 renderings. For those of you that can't see the renderings, we're going to put them on the video board as well so everyone can see them. The design portion of this project started with a goal of bringing the baseball player areas up to and beyond the facility standards required as an MLB licensee. In the course of working toward that goal and having conversations with folks like those up here, we were able to actually design the improvements in such a way that the spaces can drive additional economic development through increased year-round use. We play 70 RPhils home games, but these new areas that we're about to show you can also be used the other 295 days of the year. FirstEnergy Stadium already hosts many events beyond the RPhils games, albeit in what is currently almost entirely an outdoor facility. So when it's cold, and when it rains, it's wet. Now we'll be able to change that with some indoor areas. But as an outdoor facility, we already host things like the John Paul II Dinner in partnership with our great friends at the Doubletree Reading Hotel, Olivet Boys and Girls Club Dinner, the Reading Education Foundation events, Reading School District events, including a successful graduation this past year, United Way events, Humane Pennsylvania events, the Greater Reading Chamber Alliance Picnic, events in conjunction with the Berks County Latino Chamber of Commerce and Centro Hispano, Islamic Day of Prayer, and meetings and other special events for partners like Penske, Carpenter, East Penn, CJ's Tired Automotive, Savage Auto Group, Tompkins Vist Bank, Penn State Health, and so many others. They already have so many events here outside of just our RPhils games, but we have never had an indoor area to better accommodate these. These new facilities will have indoor, climate-controlled areas that will be utilized to welcome organizations, businesses, and individuals year-round. These opportunities to host year-round events will have a positive economic impact on Reading, Berks County, and Pennsylvania. I'd like to unveil 2 renderings for you at this time. I do want you to know that we're only going to give you just a smidge of the details because I want to have you all back when it's a little warmer to give you a better show. But I do want to show you a little something. First rendering is a field-level view of the new 2-story facility, which will be located in right center field when viewed from here at home plate. We can please unveil that at this time. I think we'll put it up there on the video board. Yes, there it is. So you can see it's a brand new building out there in right center field. And we're going to bring these to the luncheon as well, where it's nice and warm so you can take a closer look at them. And I want to also let you know, as you can see, that when we look to construct this, it's going to reflect our current look with lots of brick and arched windows. The second rendering depicts the inside of the second floor of that building. While in game mode, hold on, Tanya. While in game mode, the second floor will house 2 batting tunnels and 2 indoor bullpens for the RPhils games. But when the RPhils do not have a game, the nets required for those batting tunnels and bullpens on the second floor can be pushed away, opening up a tremendous space for mixed use. Our second rendering depicts this second floor when in non-baseball mode. When the second floor is all opened up for an extra event, we can unveil that now. All right, so as you can see, we're taking 2 batting tunnels and 2 bullpens, but creating it in such a way that these spaces that are created will be used for many other events. The same logic is being applied to the first floor where the clubhouses are being constructed. They will be constructed in such a way that they will become indoor areas used by the community for all kinds of events, banquets, fundraisers, celebrations, business meetings, conferences, etc. Again, we intend to share more details at a later time at a separate event, but we wanted to give you a feel for what the project would look like. And we want to thank everyone again for funding this tremendous project. This is going to conclude our cold weather presentation. We invite all of you to join us in the current Phil's batting tunnel for some food and refreshments. If you need the bathroom, we are going to use the bathrooms in the team store today because we winterized our bathrooms over in Tompkins Visplank Plaza. I hope you join us for lunch. If any media wants to do any breakout interviews, we can do them here, or we can do them in the batting tunnel where we're having lunch. And once again, thank you to our elected officials for your efforts in securing this funding. We should all be excited about the coming years here at FirstEnergy Stadium, the City of Reading, the County of Berks, and the Commonwealth of PA. Have a great day, everyone.